Because I forgot to turn my camera on when I put the tar paper and wire lath down and glued in the drain, I'm going to use footage from another shower that I did, and then once that's done I'll come back to the footage of this shower and continue with that. And what you do is you put felt paper or some plastic, whatever, to protect the plywood, and what that does is it stops the plywood absorbing the moisture out of the mud when you put it in. So, once you put the felt paper down, and then you put the wire down. And you always want to wear gloves when dealing with the wire, because it can really cut very easily. So I already pre-cut this. Now I'm going to fit the drain. Okay, so I glued this piece on here. You cut the pipe to size. You use the cleaner to clean it, and then the cement to cement the parts, and then you just press it into place. Okay, so level that way and level that way. I'll tweak a little bit when I put the mud in. But you want that to be level. And then I got a test plug in there. Once I get the mud on and the membrane on, I'm going to flood test it to make sure I have no leaks. So I'm using Mapei 4:1 for my mud mix, and this is specifically made for shower floors and wherever you need a deck mud. It's a better product than sand topping mix that you would get at a box store, because it's it's got a finer sand and etc. etc. But you can use those other products if you need to. I just prefer this. So when you're mixing deck mud, you want to mix it rather dry. It still needs to be wet, but it doesn't want to be soaking wet. You want to have it so you mix it, and then it'll stay, when you compress it into a ball in your hand, it'll keep its shape, but there's no water coming out of it. You want it to be fairly dry. You don't want it to be soaking wet and saturated. And that's how you mix deck mud. So you just basically add the mud to your tub, then you add the water, and you just chop it back and forward with a hoe from one side to the other. Get it very well mixed, and then it's ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to go back and forth between this shower and the other shower that I was showing how to install the drain to explain how to install the mud for the shell. It's the same process every time, and it's just that I have a little more, a better explanation on that video than I do on this one. So I'm going to go back and forth so that you don't get confused, but the process is exactly the same. The first thing I'll do is I'm going to do a level perimeter. I put a line over here. This is not a level line, it's just an approximate height, so I know when I'm about that height it's going to be pitched down. And so I'm going to do the perimeter, and then I stuff the mud under here, make sure this is really supported well, and then I'm going to fill the inside. So first thing I'm going to do is compact all the mud, so I got a fairly compact and even line of mud or screed, and then I'm going to make it perfectly level using my level and tamping it down till I get a perfectly level mud bed. And then from there I'll go around to all the other walls, so I have all 4 walls where I have a perfectly level perimeter. Okay, so here I'm checking to see that I have a good pitch towards the drain. The pitch wants to be at least a 1/4 inch per foot. It could be more if you like, but it should be at the very least a 1/4 inch per foot. And I'm checking from corner to the drain and just making sure, like I said, that there's a good pitch. So to understand what a 1/4 inch per foot fall means, the drain is going to be lower than the perimeter of the shower by a 1/4 inch for every foot. So if the drain is set at 2 inches above the floor, that means, and the wall is 2 feet away, that means that the height of the mud at the wall will be a 1/2 inch higher than it is at the drain. And that way you achieve a 1/4 inch per foot pitch. Okay, so I mixed this much wetter, and I'm going to pack it under the thing here. So it's very important that the bonding flange be completely supported and level. So I'm just tweaking it here a little bit to make sure that it's perfectly level, and I'm making sure that it's fully supported. That way you get an even pitch all the way around to the drain. So with the perimeter being level and the bonding flange being level, you're going to get a nice even pitch all the way around the floor. So this time I decided to do it in this order, to set the drain in the mud before I finish the perimeter. Sometimes I'll do it the other way, all depends on the circumstances. But right now I'm going to finish this perimeter all the way around so I have a perfectly level, even perimeter, and then I'm going to fill the middle down to the drain, and that way I'm going to create my pitch of 1/4 inch per foot. The perimeter is slightly higher than the drain. So because the drain is more to one side than the other, the pitch from the bench seat side to the drain is going to be slightly steeper than the opposite wall, which is a little bit further away. However, the perimeter will be perfectly level. Okay, so now I'm going to fill in the middle, and I'm going to do that by packing all the mud down all the way to the drain in that area where you see there, and then I'm going to pack it down nice and tight, and then I'm going to screed from the perimeter to the drain, and that'll automatically give me the pitch that I need because the perimeter is higher than the drain. And I'm going to continue that all the way around, and because the perimeter is level, I keep on saying that, but because the perimeter is level and the drain is lower, I'm going to get the right pitch, continuous pitch all the way around the floor. From one side to the other it'll be a little bit steeper than the other, but it'll all be even because I'm going around in a circle. And I'm screening from a level perimeter to the drain. Okay, so I'm going to continue this until I get it all filled in, and in a little bit I'm going to give you a close-up look at exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so here it is. I put the camera right on the mud so that I can give you guys a close-up look at exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, so the next video will be the Kerdi membrane, the Kerdi band, and flood test.